Alright, what is up, y'all? We are here today for PCL Week 4 versus SpanicAtTheDisco. His team was originally coached by Gray. You can see his team on the screen. It's a pretty cool team. But he left, or was, I don't know, man. There was a fucking coach change, and yeah, we go against Span now. So, looking at the team, he has absolutely no way to beat Sand. Like, for real skis, 4 attacks, Life Orb Excadrill absolutely runs through him. His only Earthquake switch-ins are going to be like Persian Alola, Pillow Swine, super defensive Mega Scizor, and then potentially like a Fizdef Uxie or something. And this has enough power to deal with all of those if they're chipped down enough. And I'm hoping, you know, we can do some work here. So obviously with the Sand, we got that at first. That was the first thing. I was like, we're doing Sand for sure. So just 4 attacks is there. X Scissor is to be able to hit the Uxie as hard as possible, as well as the Starmie. And then we got Shadow Claw, which is for Decidueye. That could potentially be a Earthquake resist as well, although it doesn't appreciate Iron Heads and its defense isn't the greatest. But we do have that on there. That is a thing. And yeah, basically Excadrill is looking really clean in this game, man. I just need to preserve it, keep it healthy, and as long as it doesn't get crit, it should be fine. Then we have Big Doinks the Hippo. We got Smooth Rock, Sandstream. And yo, I haven't used Sand in so long that like I forgot what the item was called to extend the Sandstorm. So I was like, I just had to search through all the items. Like it was silliness, but it's kind of a basic set. We just have Max Spadef. This man has a Naganadel, however the fuck you say it. It's scary. He's got a Mega Scizor. He's got a Naganadel. He's got a Starmie in the Psychic Terrain versus me. It's gonna be ridiculous. Potential E-Buzz as well, Embor, and no one likes to deal with Parting Shot bullshit. I hope he doesn't bring Persian Alola. I'm bringing Parting Shot bullshit, but I hope he doesn't as well, because that's not going to make it for a fun game. But yeah, this is just here to just be annoying, set that Sand, and just take hits at Toxic, his bulkier things, really. Then, speaking of bulky things, we have just a basic old Rocky Helmet Vaporeon. If you haven't noticed, I really like Rocky Helmet. Wish, BP, Scald, and Ice Beam hits his whole team pretty damn well. I did want to have the Ice Beam on there just because stuff like Decidueye, stuff like Naganadel, you know, all those things and such. I want to be able to hit and just knock out. I don't want Naga setting up for free versus anything. Like, no. But yeah, Baton Pass is cool. I like that nice slow momentum, and then we don't have Protect for the Wish, but Wish support is always nice as well. Then we have Akame here, which is just a Steelium Z 4 attack. It's just a 4 attacks kind of weak, let me tell you. Psycho Cut, Terrain Boosted is clean, also hits Embor super effectively. It's Naga super effectively, even though we're never outspeeding that ever, unless we're Scarf, but we're not. Smart Strike is clean. It gives us that Steelium Z Corkscrew Crash. It's going to be a very strong move, because let me tell you some bullshit. Kartana, with a base 180 fucking 1 attack stat, does not OHKO a bold max Clef with Smart Strike. Super effective stab from 181 attack does not kill Clefable. Clefable is one of the only things standing in the way of pretty much everything else on my team. Like, it can sit in front of Hippo and be annoying. It doesn't take Iron Heads from Life Orb Exca as well, but it still eats one, and it can potentially like live one and then hit me with a flamethrower and just ruin the whole thing. And that's no, we can't have that. So yeah, Clef's annoying. I slapped Steelium Z on there because I want that thing to die. Like, it needs to, no, just not happening. Just die. Yeah, and then Sacred Sword, just to be able to hit the Pillow Swine and whatnot. Oh, I guess Smart Strike will hit that as well. But it is for, it's Mega Scizor. That's what it's for. We need something to be able to hit that Mega Scizor, because that is a scary fucking Pokemon, for sure. Then we have, okay, I'm super proud of this fucking Lele spread I came up with. This Lele spread, not only, okay, so this requires a bit of foreskin to the story. So, every time I build for a type of Lele, and I have a Scizor, which seems like an odd scenario to like be like every time, but there's been a couple times. I always want to bring a Totemize, a Rock Polish, or whatever +2 speed boosting move he gets, and then like Iron Head and Bug Bite and like Roost or something like that. You know, maybe SD with some double dance. So I got kind of scared that that might sweep my team if he sets up, because like I have stuff that can kind of deal with it, but it's Mega Scizor. Like late game, Mega Scizor is looking like a threat. Good golly, it does not die. My fire type is it's a Pyroar, so that's not the greatest fire type, and it's unfortunate. Mega Scizor puts in a lot of work versus me. So since he can't bullet punch me, I went ahead and slapped enough HP for defense, which was just kind of extra, but then speed in case he does want to be like a max speed dual dancing Scizor or something like that. I will outspeed that, which seems like something stupid to outspeed, but if you look at his speed tiers, they're also kind of odd for something like Lele, because obviously you're not going to bring a max speed Uxie, which would speed tie, and then the next thing down is a Decidueye and Mega Scizor, which is 70 and 75. So the speed tiers were a little odd, and I didn't need much more bulk, because you can see that is a Kebia Berry Lele. That is to make sure that even after rocks and even after a little bit of chip, maybe some sandstorm damage or some shit like that, that we guaranteed take Naganadell's Sludge Wave. So if he wants to be choice specs, I will try to not take any chip damage, but obviously that's going to take some scouting. But even if he's Life Orb, we do not die to the Sludge Wave. We bop that fucking thing with a Psychic, and with 16 special attack EVs, if he wants to be, I don't remember if it was max Spadef, but it was a lot of Spadef. I 2-hit KO guaranteed max Spadef Scizor. Like, I'm doing so much damage with HP Fire. Then we also have Nature's Madness on there for stuff like Uxie, stuff like Clef if it wants to be annoying, and yeah, because obviously Psychic isn't going to be hitting that quite as hard without special attack investment, but it's still a very strong Pokemon. The spread is looking clean. I really hope everything works out with it, because I need it to do its job. And last but not least, we have an Aya Papa Berry Silvally. This thing is just here to be annoying for as long as possible. I am just Silvally normal. I couldn't decide on a type to bring, so I was like, you know what? We put some recovery in this bitch, because I don't have the best defogger, which you're looking at him, but Flamethrower, Hyper Voice, Parting Shot. I need to be able to hit the Mega Scizor. I need to be able to get chip damage off on everything with the Stab Hyper Voice. But defogging, there's a lot of pressure on this mon to take hits, you know, and pivot out. So I don't want him, like, I don't want to just like defog and then die. You know, I need that recovery. So that's going to be the team. Let's go ahead and jump into the battle and see what this man brings. Alright, so here we are. As you can see, he does bring the Starmie, he does bring Piloswine, Clef, Naga, Staraptor, and Mega Scizor. So, right off the bat, you can see there is no Embor, which no one ever wants to have to switch into an Embor, so that's fucking fantastic. No Ebuzz, which was, I get that, it's versus Sand, you don't want to bring a fucking, your electric type. Starmie, I was pretty sure was coming. Naga, I was pretty sure was coming. Pilo, I was pretty sure was coming. Everything else, I wasn't really exactly sure. Mega Scizor is a Mega Scizor, so I guess that kind of has to come too. But, alas. So, if this... Yep, there it is. I was like, is it going to load? What the fuck? So, Spanic is going to challenge us. I decided I'm going to lead right off with Kartana. If he leads Clef and tries to get his rocks up, I'm just throwing off my Steelium. I don't give a fuck. I kind of almost just nab a kill if I do, but he actually leads off with the Starmie, and this is looking like a threat. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch out, and I'm gonna switch into Silvally, because if he predicted me to be Scarf, I figured his best switch in would be the Scizor, which takes no damage from anything I have. So I'm actually gonna switch into Silvally, scout to see if he was scared of my Scarf, or he could have been potentially Scarf as well, because with the Psychic Terrain boost, Starmie is a threat to my team. So he's going to switch out to Clef, and I'm going to predict him to not want to stay in versus a mon that gets a fire move, and I'm just going to Parting Shot out right to this Clef, and that does give me a switch in to one of my 2 steel types. Now, obviously Excadrill is the win con, so I'm going to go ahead and go right to Akame. If this thing is Babiri, it is a fucking problem, so I'm just going to, fuck it, I'm throwing off my Steelium. We've been in this position before. We are throwing off the Steelium. Look at me go. Oof. Oof. I might not make the thumbnail Kartana this time though. I just realized I did that every fucking time. But Corkscrew Crash is gonna just fucking drill that Clef. Good golly. And that is a dead boy. He is not Babiri, thank God. Even if he was Babiri, I definitely didn't kill, but I would have done so much damage. It would have been great. Now, this next play is questionable, but I stand by it. Fuck it. Naganadel is a motherfucking threat. So Kartana obviously doesn't outspeed, and I would need to switch into my one of my things that can take hits from this. But if he goes for Nasty Plot there, I kind of just lose the game. So I just went ahead and stayed in. I clicked Psycho Cut just in case he did want to try to Nasty Plot up or something there, or maybe go for a sub or something scary. So oh well, Kartana killed Clef, and then it died. So it's fine. Kartana, it got a kill. Good for him. Her. Now we're in the big doings. I know this man's not going to want to stay in. Even if he went for Draco or something like that, it wasn't doing that much because I am max. So I'm just going to go for Stealth Rocks. He probably just went Star after here because he figured I would go for the EQ because that boy is a threat. But yeah. He's going to take the Sandstorm and reveals to not be leftovers. So I know even though this does get defog, he's probably not like a bulky defog set, which has been brought before. And in the game, I completely forgot that was by a completely different coach. But yeah, oopsie. He actually goes for Agility, which is definitely interesting. If this thing is Supersonic Sky Strike, I'm not looking good right now. I have a max Fizdef Vaporeon, which is fine, but thankfully he's not actually not the Flanium Z. He just goes right for the Brave Bird, does a fuckload to Vaporeon, but also takes quite a bit of damage himself, and we are going to be able to take that thing out with an Ice Beam. Now, I probably could have just Scalded, but super effective button. It's a thing. So, Young Hawkthorn Heights goes down. It always hurts me to kill that little emo bird. I love Staraptor. I might draft Staraptor soon. That's a good one. But now he's going to go into Scizor. So this was odd because I thought this was another, like a Beast Boost for Naga, but he actually went into Scizor, in which I was like, okay, that's fine with me, man. Starmie as well. If it had like Thunderbolt, that would blow me away. So he's actually going to go for the U-turn. I'm Rocky Helmet. This Scizor has already taken some chip. Now it's going to take a little bit more chip, and it's going to come back in on rocks. So it's going to be chipped down just enough to where it looks like an HP Fire plus a Psychic would take it out, or maybe 2 Sacred Sword. Well, that's actually dead, never mind. But it's chipped down for other stuff on the team. So we're going to go for the Scald versus the Starmie, and chip on this is nice as well. Now that damage was weird because it makes it seem like it's going to be like Max Spadef Starmie or something like that. We do find out after the game he was actually Assault Vest, but this was scary because I didn't want him to just, you know, click recover or something like that versus me later. So I'm actually just going to go for the Earthquake. I figured he wasn't going to want to stay in, and since he took that Spadef hit so well, I was like, okay, he's probably specially invested, not physically. So we do just go for the Earthquake. If I did, not choke, but if I did click Shadow Claw or X-Scissor there, obviously Scizor would have taken that, and then probably an Earthquake afterwards as well, because that is a bulky boy, and he would have been able to hit me with whatever he's got, if he's got like superpower or something like that. But he's going to get some chip on me, which does a lot, honestly. And but we just pick up the kill with Earthquake. Scizor, Excadrill here is putting in some work. That boy is fast as fuck. He's strong as shit. He's taking some chip. He don't care. Was that bars? That might have been bars. So I was going to Piloswine. 88%. You know, he took rocks, and this thing blows me away. He takes like barely 50% from an Iron Head, which is crazy. Piloswine is so strong. So we still got Silvally at full health. He's going to go for the Earthquake. We are max HP, and I don't believe we have defensive investment. But even just Silvally's natural bulk is great. But it's looking like with Sand and another Earthquake, I will probably get put in range of my Papa Berry. So I'm just going to stay in, click Hyper Voice. I need this thing to take as much chip as it possibly can. And that Hyper Voice damage was fucking pathetic. So I now know that is like max Spadef Piloswine. So I won't be taking any more Sand Chip, which is cool. He's actually going to switch out and go right into his Starmie. And the Starmie's going to take the rocks. Starmie is going to take a Hyper Voice. He's going to yell at you real quick. And yeah, Starmie's looking like it's in range. Looking like it's in range of some other stuff. So he's going to go for the Rapid Spin, right? Now, I don't actually want to kill this Starmie with great value here, so I go for the Parting Shot. Get this boy right on out of here, and we'll go into one of our threats. So, since Starmie has taken the special attack drop, I'm feeling comfortable, you know. So I think we can just go into Lele. Be bulky as shit. It's at -1. So, Scald or, you know, whatever move he's got isn't going to be doing too much. He does just stay in and click Scald. I go from 155 to 119. He does, you know, not too terribly much. But we're going to go for the Moonblast. Kill that thing. Moonblast was no drawback there. I'm pretty sure this Moonblast kills Naga after rocks. Oh, well, he actually spun, so. But he goes into Naga. I'm just praying this fucking thing isn't Sash. So he's going to go for the Sludge Wave. We are at just around 2/3 or so. We're going to eat that big old berry. And this Ubermon, this fucking Uber motherfucker, is not going to kill our Lele. Thank God. Psychic goes off. Is he Focus Sash? He is not Focus Sash. That boy drops. 16 special attack invested Psychic for the fucking win. So now here, I'm just like, I'm getting flashbacks, man. I just don't want to choke, man. I just don't want to fucking choke. So I click Psychic. Nature's Madness would have done more damage, but as long as I get him below half, since I know he's Spadef, Iron Head is guaranteed to kill. I will sack the Lele. I don't fucking care. I just click Psychic, do a little bit of chip to him, and Lele goes down. So now, since Piloswine is slow as fuck, we don't need to bring in the sand. We can just go right to Excadrill. The Psychic Terrain is still up, so if he wants to go for the Shard, he can't even do that. And Iron Head is going to kill the Piloswine. And you heard it here first, folks. Dallas Starmies fucking finally pick up a win in the PCL, and we're feeling pretty great about it. I'm not gonna lie. It was definitely a good battle. I'm really glad that the prep paid off. Last week we kind of brought some more fun stuff, and I think we came a little close, but we weren't able to pull through. So at least now we got a W under our belts, which is clean. So at least we're not like, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders to where like I don't feel like every L is not stacking up on me quite as much. We got a W. We're even and out things. So now we just got to get a few more of those, and we'll be doing good. But yeah, that should do it. So go ahead and subscribe, do all that bullshit. Definitely check out Spanic. His link will be down below, and I'm sure you'll see his side going up at the same time as mine. So definitely check him out. And with that, I think we're gonna end it. Bye forever.